I collect primarily Yankee type screwdrivers, and one of the most unusual ones I have is from a company called the Decatur Coffin Company, who made them in the late 1800s. And the story goes that they made it only drive in, so it doesn't reverse. Most of the modern ones will remove a screw as well as drive a screw in. So it's kind of, I guess they made coffins so they didn't have to take the screws out. At least that's the story.
This is a real unusual rule. It's sterling silver by Black Star and Frost. I've never seen another one like it, and I've been doing tools for over 50 years.
These are called soldering irons. Of course, they're not iron, they're copper. And I'm kind of predicting that these are going to pretty much disappear. The price of copper is now gone to a point where people are just melting these down as scrap. They're kind of interesting. They would have been used by a tinsmith, for example. This would be heated in the flame of a torch, gasoline-fired torch. This would sit right above the flame, would be heated to a temperature where it would actually melt lead or pewter. And it could be used for creating seams, for closing seams in tinware. So these are extremely common. Practically any craftsman, any plumber, anybody who's working on copper roofing would have had several of them in their toolbox. People got kind of inventive. Handles got kind of interesting. This is one of the more interesting ones. But if you look at the tip, this has scarcely been used, if at all. There's no wear showing on here. There's really no corrosion to speak of. So somebody re-handled it, may even have put a new shaft on it, and then adopted the corn cob to keep their hand cool.
This is a Stanley curve plane. It's a number 113. Probably the most unique plane I have. It's made for curves, and you can adjust the curve you want by twisting the handle. And it's not only one made, but and you can turn it down to where it's flat, and any angle you want, it's good. So to me, it's unique because it's the only one I ever had. Nobody here likes it as well as I do.
Here we have a cobbler's tool. This was used to stretch the leather, fit down into the shoe, and you can stretch a toe out if you had a problem with one of your toes.
This particular tool is a mortising tool, foot-operated mortising tool, made by W.F. Barnes in Rockford, Illinois. Barnes made some very good foot-operated machinery. They made it for quite a few factories around, and this particular tool, a mortising tool makes a square hole. This bit goes up in this socket, and you push the lever down with your foot, and your wood piece is in here, and you adjust it, of course, to whatever you're making. But you don't see them every day. A lot of times pieces will be missing. This one happens to be complete. And I sold one at this meet about 6 years ago to a man, and he put it in his living room for a showpiece.